You might be in the camera. Okay. Going through quickly what mods to level. Trying to help everybody out who's having trouble figuring out their mods and how to do it. Hold on, let me adjust the camera a little bit. This is my alt account. I focused on first order, so getting offense mods are pretty easy. But trying to keep this video to about 15 minutes, so we'll see how it works out, so that way it can be uploaded to YouTube and keep it short and simple. I've already farmed a little bit of mods on this account that are sitting and ready, but I want to kind of demonstrate that process. So speed still trumps everything in this game. Recently developers have talked about adjusting that, so that's not the case. Any mod, and they also explain how the mod colorization is really confusing to everybody. So any mod you farm starts off at level 1. You want to be farming mods from the mod challenges, because those guarantee 4 and 5 star, or what we call pip mods. Any mod that is gray or base level is not worth leveling unless it has a primary stat of speed, as demonstrated here. Now this mod is fully leveled up. I don't have a speed mod on this character to demonstrate, but I'll be able to show it on my main account. Green mods, if you see a secondary stat of speed, you want to level up. Same thing with blue, purple, and gold. Greens always guarantee a roll, and so I'm going to demonstrate rolls right now. Rolls occur every couple of levels. It's 6, 9, and 12, so I'm going to level this mod with a speed secondary stat and level it to 6, and a specific stat will roll, and it happened to be speed. And then crit chance also went up. I think it might be 3, 6, 9, and 12, but so crit chance went up and speed went up, and then when this mod gets to level 9, it's going to pick another stat to roll. It could be speed, it could be tenacity, or it could be crit chance, and it happened to be speed. So at this point the mod is above 9 speed, so it's a good mod. I was very lucky with that, and so you take it the rest of the way. Otherwise, if it's not above 9, it's really not a useful mod unless you're desperate for mods. Now all these other mods with stats other than speed are not traditionally arena or territory war viable. It does not mean they're not viable at all. Assessing offense mods or protection mods are sometimes completely viable, but if you're not seeing the stat that you really need, it really is useless to you. And so as you see here, I'm going to sell all these off. I'm going to demonstrate this all over again on my main account, but I had one on my alt account, so I knew I could start fresh with that. So yeah, switching over, I think, yeah, yes. Okay, so switching over to my main account, I'm going to kind of demonstrate that again, but with mod farming. One of the big questions I always get is like, oops, sorry, is what mod to farm. Specifically what mod set. It honestly does not really matter. I just generally avoid defense mods and tenacity mods, although there is a place in the game for those. And offense mods aren't really the best, except for in certain situations. Potency, speed, critical chance, and critical damage are all heavily viable. Potency and critical chance usually to round out a set bonus. For critical damage, it's currently what I'm farming on my main account, and there's arguments about what best amount to sim based off of odds and random number generation. I don't believe in any of that. Odds are odds, and you're either going to get good odds or bad odds. Breaking up the odds doesn't change the odds. So I could look at individual ones right now, but the game does a better job filtering it in the mod management tool, so I'm going to switch to that. I don't think I got any really good mods, but that's okay. I'm also going to show off all the new nodes that just came out per the patch today. Yay. So also, since this is on Twitch, I am checking in for questions if anybody does have questions. But so yeah, so quickly going through, if you're seeing speed, it should be leveled. Otherwise, they really need to be assessed if it's a useful mod. For example, this mod has protection and potency, which is pretty good for a tank. The problem is it's a crit damage set. I'm not going to put a crit damage set on a tank, so it's really not a helpful mod. Kind of going through the rest of them, there's a speed mod. Because this is blue, it has 2 chances to roll speed, so we're going to bring it up to 3, and I rolled defense, so it's going to have another chance to roll speed when I get to 6. And it didn't. And so at this point, I generally don't invest the extra credits to upgrade it the rest of the way. That being said, I'm kind of desperate for a crit damage set right now, so I really don't care what the rest of the stats are. I just need stuff to round out crit damage sets. As you can see, this has a primary speed pad, so it doesn't matter what the other stats are really. You just need it because it always goes up to 30 speed. This one I saved. It's a green mod, which means it's guaranteeing rolling speed. When I say rolling speed, it can roll anywhere from 3 to 6, 6 being the rarest. So this mod will generally end up 4 plus about 3 is 7, which isn't great, but it could end up at 10, which is pretty good. So you just kind of want to take them and go. Again, I need more non-speed mods essentially, so I'm really leveling anything at this point. So this is also why the mod store is very important. With the mod store changes recently, we can guarantee ourselves some better mods. So here's a speed mod I bought from the mod store. Now this is a gold mod, so it's going to have 4 chances. It's starting level 1 gold, which means it has 4 chances to roll speed. So taking it to level 3, hoping for speed, I got speed. Taking it to level 6, oop, not 15. Take it to level 6, it has a chance to roll speed again. It did not, it rolled offense, which isn't that bad. Taking it to level 9, has a chance to roll speed again. It did not, it rolled offense. At this point the mod is kind of not looking very good because it's not above 9 speed. But taking it to 12, it could roll speed, and it didn't. So it's not the best mod. Again, anything below 9 speed is really not helping your team out. And again, this was a 4-pip mod. It still had all the same chances as a 5-pip mod. It's just going to have lower base stats, lower health, and some lower base stats down here. But it still could have gone all the way up. So kind of going through the rest of my mods before I sell off all my junk. Looking for anything arrow primary speed, anything else secondary speed. There we go. This will have 21 speed, which is still a good mod, and therefore not a waste. And the rest is kind of junk. So we sell it off for some extra credits. Because sitting on all those mods. Generally when we get up to the higher mods, I'm actually going to look at the stats because, for example, Chexmix, which is the thing I'm about to run in a second here, you want Han Solo to have really powerful crit damage offense mod. So this mod might be something that I consider useful. This mod might be useful. This mod might be useful. Granted, because they're green, they're not going to roll the best stats because they can only roll offense once. And so I'm kind of also looking at this, that, and the other thing. And these are all leveled. And this one I'm not feeling, so I'm going to sell it. Somebody can debate in the future. This I'm still going to level because offense pluses are not worthless. Hey, it got 3 speed on it. That's meh. So yeah, that is as basic of a rundown of mods as I can give. Every time you farm in the mod challenges, you want to try and get mods with speed. Either primary or secondary. If you're seeing speed, level it. If it goes above 9, feel good. If it doesn't go above 9, it's not really useful. But that being said, the way I equip mods is generally I do what's called like trickle down. So if I get a better speed mod than what I'm looking at here, I move this mod onto the next person that has that like mod set and that kind of similar character type. I'm not going to move a protection mod off of a tank and onto somebody else kind of thing. So so yeah, I just kind of try and move my mods down as I go, and if you'll see like way down at the bottom, even Wicket probably has some better mods because I kind of use them in some things, but HK probably has a lot of my either no speed mods that got leveled up when I didn't know how to play the game, or he's got the 3 speed mods or something. I think this was one of the ones that I leveled up in hopes that that speed rolled higher, but don't always hope for that kind of stuff. Mother Talzin has like 4 and 5 speed mods that just I didn't sell. They just kind of trickled their way down. So some other big changes in the game today is the Wicket and Mother Talzin Night Sister Zombie and Night Sister Spirit moving to the table. It also is really funny that they split First Order Executioner into a different mailbox kind of thing. First Order Executioner, I'm going to essentially speed farm starting tomorrow. I finish very highly ranked in Arena, which is what I recommend to everybody, is become competitive in Arena, because it is your crystal generation. And that allows me to then, when a new character comes out on Cantina, I can speed farm. My guild just reset, I think. Yeah, we're in hard mode. And I was saving all of my refreshes. The amount of refreshes everybody does is dependent on their crystal generation. I do 3 a day. Here's Mother Talzin's new thing. And that allows me to get gear, essentially, for my characters. I've heard that Mother Talzin has some really bad drop rates, and so getting that many was not unexpected. And then I want to find the zombie. And it's Wicket was the other one. Where's Wicket? Here he is, yeah. And now, because it's hard mode day, I generally just blow my remaining energy on hard mode nodes that I need gear, and it gets me ship from. And so the eyeballs are always important. And ships actually have the biggest shard shop conversion from unit to shard shop. I didn't get any, so it doesn't really matter. And I'll use the remaining energy later. Alright, how am I doing on time? 4 minutes. Good, I'll be able to run it. I might be doing those. I don't know. I didn't even look to see. Scion. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be doing those. We shall see, we shall see. Okay, finally, the Chexmix team. This has some very specific RNG-dependent occurrences that you keep your eyes out for. The team runs with Luke, Han, somebody to try and give Han tenacity up, which is extremely important in Heroic. Not so much. Where is my Chirrut? Maybe he is further down. I don't think so. There he is. He is further down. Somebody to give Han tenacity up. Very important in Heroic, not so important in T6. The next part of the team is somebody to give Han offense up, which right now for me is Jedi Knight Anakin. And then the Death Trooper. And the Death Trooper's job is to apply Death Mark, which has 2 very specific things. One is damage, and the other is focused attacks, which I'll explain in a sec. This requires a lot of resetting to get the optimal RNG, which is, again, something that frustrates the hell out of me with this game, is like the power level of this is so high that it requires these kind of cheese or trick teams to win. There is obviously working teams that do this just fine, but they don't do as much damage, so they don't become optimal. So in this situation, I see 2 lightsabers with Retribution. If Han shoots them, he gets dazed. If he actually got hit by them, because I'm on T6, it's a lot easier to straight shot. But anytime you see 2 Retribution, you would just instantly restart. So it does have some total RNG that's just not going to be good. This is an okay situation. So in Heroic, I would target one of these, and then CLS, when he gets his turn, would remove the debuff from this. But in T6, Han can just outright kill it, at which point we can start the chain reaction that we're going to cause. So CLS can go, Chirrut will give tenacity up, hoping for an offense up. It didn't happen. Jedi Knight Anakin needs more crit, at which point now I get to Death Mark. But I don't want to, and that's because my team is technically faster than a T6 Traya, which kind of sucks. I want to Death Mark her, but she still will hit Han with an ability, and so I kind of want to reset this and actually lower my Death Trooper speed. I want him to go after Traya, and this is just kind of one of the situations of I'm just going to literally remove a speed mod for a non-speed mod or a lower speed mod. Oh, that one has more. Cool, an upgrade. I think by breaking the speed set bonus, it might make me too slow. There we go. We'll just roll with that. Whatever. We'll see what happens. Okay. Back to testing RNG. Okay, so again, looking for 2 sabers with retribution. If they see 2, I quit. Luckily this is T6, so I can outright just shoot 1 down with Han. Now we're safe. When 1 target dies, the Death Trooper can apply Death Mark. It guarantees a hit. So there's no like resistibility or Treya's resistibility. I feel like Treya's way slower in this mode, or T6. I need to go back to Heroic. Make my guild go back to Heroic. We ran a T6 for loot, hoping that the new loot was better, and I think they nerfed the heck out of it. So, okay, she just needs to go. That's what needs to happen. Oh, he didn't even kill it that time. Fail, Han. Oh, that was the other thing I forgot to talk about was Han's offense. I removed all of Han's speed, I think, for offense. No. Yeah, I did. Yes. I'm using an offense triangle, an offense plus, and a crit damage triangle. So the goal is to get him as slow as possible and then give him as much offense up as possible. Okay. And then I think my Death Trooper's still faster. That's weird. Okay. Okay. Isolation on Han means this run is a failed run, and we get to restart. And again, this is the weird, stupid RNG dependent part of the fight. I'm running out of time here, so I want to try and get a good RNG run for everybody, but this is kind of the silly part. Eyeballs are not the best. You kind of want all of them to have the crit damage up buff, but we're rolling with what we got here. That's not good. I don't know how the speed is so RNG dependent. That's fine. It's gonna end. It was gonna end. Maybe I'll slow Death Trooper down a little bit more. Aha. 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 I didn't notice until now. My CLS has enough potency to actually remove her turn meter, which normally never happens in Heroic because her tenacity is too high. So that's okay. It's fun learnings. We'll just hit her with the basic attack. There we go. I was wondering how so random stuff. Okay, a lightsaber died, and that's not good. You want all the lightsabers up to hit Han. The fun changes to tier 6. I apologize. 2 retributions, restart. The fun. The fun. I hope I get this to work in the next minute or so that I can actually show everybody what's going on. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Buff everybody, yeah. Death Trooper here still is faster. There we go. That's fine. Okay. CLS can go again. Death Trooper death marks. Han stands alone. Perfect. I worked it out perfectly. Now when Han stands alone, he will counterattack and do a bunch of bonus damage. All of his counterattacks due to death mark are going to be forced onto Treya. The only disadvantage I have here is this guy could daze me, ruining everything. So we shoot Treya, and all that bonus damage from the death mark. She shoots me. I shoot her back 3 times. I shoot her back some more. That daze ruins everything. And so then, once again, you get a restart. That was almost a perfect run. That lightsaber that hit me with the daze would have caused me to shoot 2 more times. Treya hitting me again would have caused me to shoot 2 more times. So that's 4 hits and a good, I don't know how much damage, but it was doing 40,000 from the death mark alone. So I go again. The great thing I love about this team, although it's like this perfect RNG that you want at the beginning, it doesn't really matter after that. After that, it's just finish her off, beat her up, kind of burn through it. So I'm going to try it a couple more times and then end the video so I can upload it to YouTube and hopefully help some people out. Thanks for watching. I'm going to mute my mic now. Alright, that was a not perfect run, but almost perfect. At the very end, Han actually still had standalone, and I should have used it, and I wasn't paying attention. I hit a side lightsaber, and then I auto battled just to kind of end the video. But that introductory standalone can never happen again on Han. But you can get another death mark going if your survivability is good, and you can make it through. This is not ideal damage, but it gets close to what your kind of target damage is when you run the team. Again, I could push the limit on that damage by getting better mods. I can push the limit on that damage by getting a better setup and actually playing the whole damage out. The death mark had expired, but the standalone was still going, and the death mark was what confused me. So, yeah, thanks for watching and thanks for jumping on, and I hope this helps.